Some accounting software companies, not Xero, I'll point out there, but some of the others would have you believe that filing your VAT return is simply click of a button. You don't need to do anything else, you don't need to worry about it, the software does it all. And yes, while that is technically correct, in this video and the blog that goes with it, we're going to explore why that's not, although technically correct, it's not probably the best idea for you and your company, and why actually an accountant doing it for you is still the better option. So yeah, technically it is just 2 clicks of a button, one to prepare it and the second to file it over to HMRC. However, how do you know that you're submitting the right return? How do you know you're paying the right amount of VAT? The software cannot guarantee that you're paying the right amount of VAT over to HMRC, that everything you've submitted is correct. So yes, while you can do it yourself, it is actually quite wise to get an accountant to do it for you. And that is because they will check all the things that the software can't do. So to start with, they'll check, or we will check at PPF, this is what we do, we'd check that the correct VAT treatment has been applied for every transaction. So that means that you've reclaimed the correct amount of VAT, whether it be the 20% or the reduced 5% at the moment for some hospitality stuff, that you've charged the correct amount of VAT on your sales invoices. It will check, or will check, sorry, that you've got the right paperwork, receipts to claim that VAT back. So for example, you can't use a card machine receipt to reclaim VAT. No matter how much it is you spend, if all you've got is that card receipt, you can't claim VAT back. But of course the software is not going to know that, and it could just claim it back depending on your settings and how it all works out. So making sure that you've got the right paperwork and the correct VAT treatment is actually really important. If you are on the flat rate scheme, for example, the software won't know what percentage you should be on. So having an accountant will make sure that you are on the correct rate. You're using the correct percentage, because there's different things. Just because your industry says it's a certain percent doesn't mean actually it is that percentage, because there's different some really different caveats within the regulations. And also in your first year you get a 1% reduction on your rate that you're paying, and again the software is not going to know after a year to adjust that to the correct percentage and take out that 1% discount. The software is not going to know that you're going to be using the best scheme for you and your business, so it's not going to be able to say actually you should be on the accrual, or actually you should be on the cash. The accrual being it's based on the dates on your paperwork, cash being based on when it actually gets paid and received. Your software is not going to know that to get you set up in the right way. So therefore you could be paying out VAT before you receive it from your customers, and you could be really hampering your cash flow there. But again, your accountant will know the best way for you and make sure that you're doing it in the best way for you and your cash flow for your business. And then there's the whole new domestic reverse charge for the construction industry. Again, the software is not going to know that you need to use that and apply that, so it's not going to go through correctly to HMRC, and it probably therefore won't actually charge correctly on your sales invoices when to use the reverse charge and when to use normal VAT. So that's just, well, I say just, that's actually quite a huge example of where things can go wrong. It could mean that although you're submitting it, you are either overpaying VAT because you've not claimed it all back where you should be able to, or you're underpaying VAT, which could land you in an awful lot of hot water with HMRC. And unfortunately, the excuse or the comeback of that's what my software told me to do is not a valid excuse for HMRC. They will not let you get away with that one, I'm afraid. So yeah, there's some reasons there why you should still be using an accountant or a bookkeeper to do your VAT return. But then you've also got to consider that your software won't actually remind you when it's time to do your VAT return. So therefore you could miss a deadline and get fined. You could miss more than one deadline and get a lot of fines. So there's that to consider as well. So what your accountant should be doing, and what we do at PPF, is we've got it all set up on our job management system, where we automatically have jobs set up every quarter, so we can never miss a deadline. As soon as your quarter ends, we'll email out our clients and say your VAT return is due on whenever it is. Your VAT quarter's just ended, let's get your return done. We'll carry out an audit of all the transactions, so we know that it's correct what's being filed with HMRC. We know your business, so therefore we'll be able to advise and make sure you're on the best scheme to maximise your cash flow. And we'll also keep an eye on the thresholds as well. So you can actually only be on cash up to a certain threshold of your turnover. So we know these sort of things, and we'll be able to sort that for you. We'll let you know your VAT due in plenty of time, so it's not a last minute rush job because, oh my god, it's due tomorrow or it's due today, I've completely forgotten doing it, and then realising you haven't got the money. We will let you know in plenty of time. And of course, most importantly, we'll file it on time every time, because it's all set up in our system and it's what we do. So again, another really important reason why, yes, you can do it yourself, and yes, you can use the software, but sometimes there's quite a few reasons there why it's probably best not to. But even if you could do it yourself, do you really want to be doing it yourself? Did you set up your business to be doing your VAT returns? No. So do you want to be spending time on profit maximising tasks, going out there and doing things for your own customers? Or do you want to be spending time doing things with the people you love? Or do you want to be stuck at home doing VAT return? So yes, you can do it yourself, but again, even if you can do it yourself, sometimes it's probably not I'd say most of the time, it's probably not the best use of your time. And having an accountant do it for you is just one less thing you need to worry about as a business owner. And it just gives you that little bit of peace of mind that you don't have to worry about it. It's done, it's taken care of, it's going to be filed on time. And yeah, it's done. So our advice would be, use your time wisely and let us do our job in helping you there. So if you're one of these people that are now thinking, ooh, don't really want to be doing my VAT return myself, I'm not letting my software doing it, then please do get in touch. Pop over to our website, to our Work With Us page, complete the quick questionnaire and book a discovery call, and we can get working on helping you to sort out your VAT returns.